What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. This is Eric, and it's time for another box office breakdown. And number one is Elvis, the movie that I just checked out and reviewed. $31 million. Very nice opening weekend result. But Top Gun Maverick made $29 million. And look at that number, weekends in release on the far right. It's in its fifth weekend, and it's still making almost $30 million. That is incredible legs right there. Top Gun Maverick is just doing huge things. Total gross, this is USA only, $520 million. This movie is going to make over $1 billion. Top Gun Maverick. And you're probably asking, what did you think of it? My dumbass hasn't even checked it out yet, but I plan to. Maybe even after I watch this video, I might just run over to the cinema and check it out because I need to see this movie and review this movie. It is doing incredible. I mean, I knew that Top Gun, a sequel to Top Gun, when Tom Cruise coming back, is going to do well, but word of mouth has been off the charts for this movie. Many people are saying this movie is better than the original. How the hell does a movie that comes out 30 years later or whatever, how the hell can anyone say it's better than the original? You never see that. I'm not saying I would agree with that. I need to see it first, but I might. And just the fact that people are saying that is absolutely incredible. Most movies, they lose the magic after all those years. Sometimes they're pretty good. Usually they're disappointing when you have a sequel that far apart. So this is just absolutely incredible what Top Gun Maverick is doing. What you're usually used to with a sequel, especially in a big franchise. Not that Top Gun is a big franchise. It only had the original, but I'm just saying a big name property. Usually you get something like Jurassic World Dominion, which was a hot pile of garbage. And it wasn't good in my opinion. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't good. But it's still hanging in there. It's made $303 million total gross USA. It is in its third weekend, but in its third weekend, it's already made less than Top Gun Maverick. Top Gun Maverick is just doing big things. Like, I don't remember seeing this type of box office performance in a while, like since Joker back in 2019. Maybe I'm missing something. Obviously, the pandemic kind of slowed these type of movies down. Obviously, you had Spider-Man. I should mention Spider-Man recently, but my goodness, absolutely incredible. What about The Black Phone? That is a horror movie I'm also wanting to check out and plan to as soon as possible. I'm hearing good things about The Black Phone. $23 million opening weekend. Not too bad at all. But what happened? What in the god-awful hell happened to Mother effing Lightyear? Holy shit. Lightyear has basically, at this point, if it hasn't bombed, if you want to say it didn't bomb, I don't know. I mean, yeah, it's making money. But when you think about that, this is a Disney Pixar movie with a gigantic budget. It's not making its money back, guys. It's not making its money back. It is not strong at all. $18 million in its second weekend. A pretty big drop off. I mean, just look at Walt Disney, not in the top four. You got Warner Brothers, Paramount, Universal, and then Disney. And then Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness coming in next, which is in its eighth week. So not that terrible that it's down at number 6, actually. But Lightyear, and I talked about the reasons in my last video last week, and I've thought about it more and watched other reviews on it as well besides mine. I actually think I was rather easy on it because as I watched more reviews, I noticed more flaws that I didn't really notice or didn't care. But it's actually... it's just, I think, a big misstep by Disney and Pixar to release this movie. They didn't market it very well as what it even was. Like, what is this movie about? You don't even know until you go to the theaters and watch it and it says, oh, this is the movie that Andy watched. Okay, because we got kind of conflicting reports on what it's about. And then it's this really deep movie where it's not an adventure-packed movie that you expect would be the movie that Andy watched. It's certainly not a movie that was made in 95. I don't care what Disney tells us. That movie was not... I mean, obviously, realistically, we know it wasn't made in 95, made in 2022, but you can't even pass it off as a 95 movie. I mean, it's just not the movie that you said it was. And you just kind of shoehorn Lightyear in there because you think everyone's going to go because it's a Toy Story property now or a Toy Story spinoff of some kind. It doesn't work that way when it's just Like, you would have been better off not calling it Lightyear and just making a new movie with a new character, and we would have been like, oh, this is interesting. What's this about? And then you could have had the movie with that plot, and it might have made a little more sense. But everything they did, yeah, obviously the lesbian kiss, I'm sorry, the same-sex kiss, whatever you call it, it didn't help matters, even though I didn't think it hurt the movie. Like, I didn't even notice it. I didn't even notice it when I watched after the movie. I was driving. I'm like, wait, what about that? I thought they said there was a same-sex kiss in this, and then I had to look it up to see it. And I was like, it was kind of quick. It wasn't a big deal. It didn't have to be there, but still, I know a lot of people were like, I'm not going to see it. I'm not taking my kids to see it because it caused a controversy. So, end of the day, regardless of the reasons, I believe Lightyear is not going to make profit. It's going to lose money. It's going to lose money. Disney's going to have to figure something out. If you want to put in your identity politics and all that, go ahead. You want to focus on your diversity and all that? Nobody cares. Go ahead. We don't mind. Diversity has always been in movies. Make good movies, Disney. Focus on the plot. Focus on the story. Give us something awesome and you will make money. Now, I'm not like I'm telling Walt Disney how to make money, obviously, but it's kind of stupid, but I'm just saying. So after that, in its first week, we have Jug Jug Geo. Sorry, don't know anything about this, but it did quite well in its first week. In 318 theaters, it made 604,000. So after that, it's basically this week, it's kind of a 5-movie race. Doctor Strange is kind of hanging on after that. Everything Everywhere All at Once is still in some theaters. Bob's Burgers movie, Bad Guys, Downton Abbey, A New Era, still hanging in there. Phantom of the Open, Sonic the Hedgehog 2 still in a select few theaters. So after that, just a lot of other films that are just out there, but nothing really doing anything special. I see that Men is no longer here, which is good. Don't want that taking up space in theaters. That movie is complete garbage. But overall, I guess talk about Elvis just a wee bit before I go, because in its first week, Elvis did get number one, but I think it had an $85 million budget. So making $31 million in its first weekend, it's going to depend on the legs, but there's a good chance Elvis should be profitable. A movie like that, I think, will hang on. Elvis fans who maybe didn't go see it in the first weekend, they'll go see it, and there's a lot of Elvis fans out there. They'll have a chance to eventually go see it. So I think that, I think it'll be pretty good word of mouth too. It was a good movie. It was a good movie, I thought. I didn't think it was as, spectacular and amazing as a lot of people are saying, but I thought it was very good. Very good. So Elvis, I expect to probably make some profit. Top Gun is obviously going to make Paramount a crap ton of money and already has. Jurassic World has done pretty well, $303 million overall. Not too shabby. It should make some money there. Black Phone will wait on, not a huge budget movie, so Black Phone should do pretty well. That's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think. How about Lightyear? Dude, if that ain't a bomb, I don't know what is. And Top Gun Maverick, oh my God, we need to check that movie out. If you haven't checked it out, please do, and I'm going to too, and I will review that baby. I will be surprised if it sucks. I'll be really surprised. But you never know. Everyone has different opinions. I remember a few years ago, what that movie came out, Shazam, came out in the DC. Everyone was saying, this is so great. This is what DCEU needs. One of the best, awesome movies, so funny. I went to see it. I was like, dude, that movie sucked. That was just me. So you never know. But I'll check it out, and I hope you guys have a great day. Let me know what you think. We'll talk to y'all next time.